2021 buffer and polisher. I'm using a Meguiar's microfiber pad. The chemicals I will be using are the V36 from Chemical Guys. This is the buffing cutting agent. This is V38, which is from Chemical Guys, and it's the polishing agent. So we're going to be using this buffing pad. If this typically gets the big scratches out, and then we're going to be using a little less aggressive pad. This is going to get smaller scratches out. And then after that, we will be using the polishing chemical V38 for this. And then we're going to follow up by using this pad to put sealant on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the correct procedures of how to apply the different chemicals and how to buff and how to polish. Just keep in mind that the same procedure to polish is the same thing for buffing. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to just dab it onto the paint. The reason why you want to do this is so when you begin buffing and polishing, you don't splatter the chemicals all over the car, because sometimes they're very difficult to get up. Always keep the cord on your shoulders. That way you're not dragging the cord along the car, so you don't have to worry about scratching. Always begin on the lowest setting to spread the chemical around. And then after that, what we're going to do is we're going to go from left to right, or left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, up, down, and then you take a microfiber towel, fold it up in fours, and then you just gently go in straight lines to get the chemical off to check your work. So let's begin this process. We're going to go to setting 5. Now we're going to wipe this off. When you're trying to look for scratches, you should definitely invest in getting nice lights and studying on how to set up your light system, because to see scratches, you have to look at them at different angles, like 15 degrees, 25 degrees, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, and then also turning at different angles to look at them to catch the shadow and everything. But right now we're going to take a look at this and see how it came out. And I'm having the sun at basically a 45-degree angle to look. And if you want to just scan the camera that way, you can see if there's any scratches. No scratches. I didn't see anything, so now it's ready to be polished. Polishing pad on, you always want to make sure that it's even so it doesn't wobble. I do have a modified backing plate on here. Typically it comes with, I think, a 5.5 or 6-inch backing plate, and I'm using a little smaller one just to get a little bit more power and it doesn't sling so much. So we're going to take a couple little dabs of the polish. We're going to condition the pad with some conditioner, just 2 small sprays. You gotta watch out you don't put too much chemicals onto your pads. It's very hard to buff and polish out, and it's more typical to sling. So we're going to do the same exact thing. We'll let you guys look at it one more time. Just remember that this is with the polish, and I typically go a little bit further out from the buffing just to cover my tracks. You really don't have to dab that much, but I do just to be careful. Alright, now we're going to begin. As we go along on a lot of these videos, I'll teach you guys some tips and tricks on how to cut corners and some things not to do. Like for example, I'm using polish. You want to use a completely clean pad, rag. I know it looks the same, but they're two different ones. You don't want to cross-contaminate the rags. And also, when you're buffing and polishing, you have to watch out for this right here, because when you're going over these, they build up a lot more heat and it will go through the clear coat and paint a little bit faster. So you have to really watch yourself. So we're just going to gently rub the polish out. Now sometimes if you're working in the very hot sun, because a lot of people don't have garages, the polish will be a little bit more difficult to come off because chemicals react to the sun. The last step after you buff and polish will be to apply some kind of protection. I like to use this Jet Seal sealant, which is awesome, and it stays on your car for a year, protects it from UV protection so you don't have to worry about the sun damage, hydrophobic and all that. So it's the same procedure. I got the sealant / wax pad, a couple drops here, and then what I'm going to do is right here, see, you can see that I've already applied it on this side of the car. You'll see like little ripples in the paint. Now I'm going to just dab this across. This product goes very, very far. We have to hurry up because it's trying to rain on us. And then you put it on the lowest setting. And then you just spread it around. Just like this. So you want to go left, right, just like before. A little bit easier though. Lowest setting. And then you want to cross that to make sure that you got all the spots. Just like this. And then you're gonna let it sit on the car for 30 to 45 minutes. If you can see it, this is gonna be crazy. You ready? Let's see, hopefully you guys can see it. I'm gonna rub it off for the first time. Here we go. There it is. Can you see there's a kind of a line right here, but the paint looks absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at all the sparkles. Oh my God. Medium cutting pad. V36. polishing pad, V38. Polishing pad cleaner,